All right, so today we're going to do a deep dive into something pretty spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
The moon.
I love the moon.
Thousands upon thousands of craters,
Yeah.
some even bigger than Mount Everest.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it's easy to kind of look up there and just see this orb in the night sky, but it's so much more than that.
Yeah, it really is.
The moon is Earth's only natural satellite
Yes.
and a key player in our planet's systems. And it also holds deep cultural importance, especially in Islam.
It does.
So in this deep dive, we're going to explore the moon from all angles.
All of them.
Its scientific marvels, its significance in Islam,
Yeah.
and even some groundbreaking discoveries that are really kind of reshaping our understanding of this celestial neighbor.
I'm excited.
So when we think about the moon, I mean...
Well, one of the things that always fascinates me is just like the size, It's
Yeah.
deceiving, We see this small disk in the sky,
Right.
but the moon is actually about 1/4
Wow.
the size of Earth.
That's incredible.
It's a big...
It's not just a little rock floating up there.
It's not just a simple rock, no. It's got a complex structure with a crust and a mantle.
Oh, wow.
And a core.
A core.
A core with an inner solid iron core and then like a molten outer core.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It makes you realize that there's like a whole world.
Absolutely.
A dynamic world.
Yeah. Speaking of a dynamic world, let's talk about the orbit a little bit.
Okay.
It's not just like a perfect circle around Earth.
Right. You're absolutely right. No, the moon's orbit is elliptical,
Okay.
meaning it's slightly oval-shaped.
Gotcha.
And this elliptical path actually leads to variations in the time
Oh, interesting.
it takes for the moon to complete a full cycle.
Okay, so that's where we get the sidereal month and the synodic month, right?
Yes?
I always get those confused.
Yeah, those terms can be a little tricky.
Yeah.
A sidereal month, which is about 27.32 days, is the time it takes for the moon to complete one orbit around Earth
Okay.
relative to the stars.
So think of it as the moon's true orbital period.
So we're just looking at the moon
Yep.
as it goes around us, not in relation to anything else.
Exactly, precisely.
Okay.
But then we have the synodic month,
Oh.
which is slightly longer,
Okay.
around 29.53 days.
Okay.
This is what we typically associate with a lunar month,
Okay.
and it represents the time it takes for the moon to go from one new moon phase to the next new moon.
So that's why we
Really?
see all the different phases, the new moon,
Yeah.
waxing crescent, full moon, and so on.
Yep.
It's all tied to where it is.
It's all connected
Yeah.
to how the moon is positioned relative to the sun and earth
Right.
as it makes its journey around us.
Cool. Okay, so we've got this
This
dance
No, it's
between...
the moon, earth, and
Okay,
sun,
and-
and sun. And it has some pretty remarkable effects on our planet.
Oh, for sure. The tides.
The most obvious one being the tides.
I was going to say the tides.
The tide.
Well, no, they go in and out, but...
But how?
Yeah, how?
Well, it all comes down to gravity.
Okay.
You see the moon's gravitational pull.
Uh-huh.
It's strong enough to create these bulges in Earth's oceans.
Really?
Yeah, these bulges on the sides of Earth closest to and farthest from the moon
Okay.
cause the high tides that we experience roughly every 12 hours.
Oh, so as the Earth rotates,
As the Earth rotates.
different parts of the planet
Yeah.
are going through those bulges.
Yeah, they pass through these bulges, creating the ebb and flow of the tides.
So cool.
And while we might not always think about it,
Yeah.
this constant interaction between the moon and Earth keeps our oceans moving.
Right.
And plays a vital role in marine ecosystems.
Wow. It's crazy how something so seemingly distant has such a tangible effect on us.
Really does.
And speaking of influence,
Yeah,
the moon holds a particularly significant place
absolutely.
in Islamic culture.
It does.
Right.
The Islamic calendar is lunar-based, which means it follows the cycles of the moon.
Uh-huh.
This has a profound impact on various religious practices.
So like Ramadan
Ramadan, exactly.
is tied to the lunar calendar.
Yes.
The beginning and end of the month of fasting are determined.
By the sighting of the new moon?
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's
Okay.
not just Ramadan.
Oh,
Eid celebrations, both Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha,
right.
they're also determined by specific lunar phases.
Wow.
The moon's phases are deeply intertwined with the daily lives and religious observances
Yeah.
of Muslims worldwide.
It's fascinating how this celestial body serves as this timekeeper
It's amazing.
for such important events in Islam.
And it goes beyond tradition, too.
Yeah.
The Quran itself explicitly mentions the moon
Uh-huh.
in several verses, highlighting its importance.
Okay.
For instance, in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 189, it states, "They ask you about the new moons, say, they are measurements of time for the people and for Hajj." This clearly shows the significance of the lunar phases as markers of time, particularly for religious practices like the Hajj pilgrimage.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
So we see that.
It's
more than just,
not just a rock in the sky.
yeah, it's not just science. It's
It's cultural, it's religious.
a part of people's lives
It really is.
in a very real way.
Absolutely. And it's incredible to think that even with centuries of observation, we're still uncovering new secrets about the moon.
Yeah, it's far from a static, unchanging object.
It's not.
Right. There's constant stream of discoveries
Yeah.
that reshape our understanding.
Absolutely. And one that I thought was so interesting
Ah.
was the discovery of a brand new mineral
Oh.
in lunar samples
Mhm.
brought back by China's Change 5 mission.
Ah, yes. Change site.
Change site.
That's amazing. It's more than just a new mineral, though.
Right.
It provides a unique window
Awesome.
into the moon's formation and evolution.
Analyzing its composition and structure helps scientists really piece together the geological processes that shaped the lunar surface over billions of years.
Wow, so it's like a puzzle piece.
Yeah, that's like a puzzle piece.
That helps us complete a bigger picture
Yeah, exactly.
of a moon's history.
Of the moon's history.
That's so cool. And speaking of fascinating discoveries,
Yeah.
there's also been a lot of buzz about these vast cave networks
Yes.
beneath the lunar surface.
Yeah, it sounds like science fiction,
It does.
but the evidence is mounting.
Really?
Yeah, these caves potentially formed by ancient lava flows
Yeah.
could offer protection
Oh,
from radiation and meteoroids.
that makes sense.
This has sparked serious interest within the scientific community, especially with the Artemis program's goals of establishing a long-term human presence on the moon.
I can see why. Having natural shelters like that
Yeah,
would be a game changer
it would be huge.
for lunar missions.
Yeah.
Imagine scientists
Yeah.
setting up research labs or even habitats
Yeah.
within these lunar caves,
Build it.
shielded from the harsh conditions on the surface.
Exactly. It opens up a whole new realm of possibilities
Wow.
for lunar exploration and colonization.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and these possibilities are further amplified by another groundbreaking discovery.
You okay?
The presence of water on the moon.
Oh, the water.
The water.
Yeah, for the longest time.
Yeah.
We thought the moon was bone dry.
We did. We thought it was arid.
So what's the latest?
Well, it's been confirmed.
Oh.
We're not just talking traces of moisture.
Oh.
Actual water molecules have been found not just in those permanently shadowed craters,
Right. Yeah.
but even in sunlit areas.
Wow, so like really out in the open.
Yeah, this was a major surprise
Wow.
and has huge implications
Yeah.
for future lunar missions.
It makes sense. Having a source of water
Yeah,
on the moon would be invaluable.
it would be invaluable.
Like for drinking water.
For sure, drinking water, growing food,
For growing food.
even for producing rocket fuel.
Wow.
Yeah.
But how did this water get there?
Well, that's still a bit of a mystery.
Okay.
Some theories suggest it was delivered by comets or asteroids,
Okay.
impacting the lunar surface over billions of years.
That makes sense.
Others propose it might have originated from volcanic activity within the moon itself,
Oh, interesting.
or even been transported from Earth's atmosphere long ago.
Each theory
Yeah.
is fascinating
They're also fascinating.
in its own right.
Absolutely.
It's incredible how something as seemingly simple as water
I know, right?
can unlock so many questions
Yeah.
about the moon's past and its connection to Earth.
And its connection to Earth. Yeah, absolutely.
It's so cool.
And this constant questioning and exploration
Yeah.
is what keeps the study of the moon
Right.
so exciting.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even in our cosmic backyard, there's
Ah,
still so much we don't know.
so much we don't know. Well, speaking of exploring our cosmic backyard, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the moon's landscape.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen,
Yeah.
incredible images of craters
Oh, they're incredible.
and mountains.
Yeah.
But I haven't had the chance to look through a telescope myself.
You absolutely should.
Ah,
Seeing those features up close is breathtaking.
Okay.
We're talking about a world of stark contrasts.
Okay.
Vast plains of solidified lava called Maria,
Oh, yeah.
which give the moon its distinctive dark patches,
Right.
juxtaposed with towering mountain ranges and craters,
Wow.
some with central peaks that dwarf Mount Everest.
That's insane.
Yeah, it really
It's
is.
mind-blowing to imagine those massive features
Yeah.
just sitting up there.
Yeah, just silently witnessing the evolution of our solar system for billions of years.
But I thought the moon was geologically inactive.
That's what we used to think.
Oh, okay.
But recent research suggests that volcanic activity on the moon might have persisted far longer
Oh, wow.
than previously believed,
Oh.
potentially even within the last 100 million years.
Wow. So those ancient volcanoes
Yeah,
might not be so ancient after all.
maybe not so ancient.
Are there any clues as to what might have triggered this surprisingly recent volcanic activity?
Well, scientists are actively investigating.
Okay.
One leading theory points to tidal forces from Earth's gravity
Oh, okay.
as a potential trigger causing stress and heating within the moon's interior, leading to eruptions.
So the very force that drives our tides
Yes,
might also be responsible for shaping the moon's volcanic history.
that's the current thinking, yeah.
It really highlights how interconnected these celestial bodies are.
It really does, and it underscores how much we still have to learn
Yeah.
about the complex forces
Right.
at play in our solar system.
Absolutely. So with all these new discoveries, I am curious about the moon's atmosphere. I was surprised to learn it even has one,
It does.
albeit incredibly thin.
It's extremely tenuous, almost a vacuum.
But what's so fascinating is how it's formed.
Yeah.
It's not a traditional atmosphere like Earth's,
Yeah.
generated by geological processes.
Right. The moon's atmosphere is primarily created through impact vaporization.
Okay, break that down for me. What is impact vaporization?
Essentially, it's the process of micrometeoroids and solar wind particles
Okay.
constantly bombarding the lunar surface,
Okay.
vaporizing tiny amounts of material.
Okay.
This creates a very thin, transient atmosphere composed of elements like sodium and potassium.
So the moon is constantly shedding
It's shedding.
a tiny bit of itself
Yeah.
into space,
Yeah.
creating this ethereal atmosphere.
It is. It's almost poetic
It is.
in a way.
And this seemingly insignificant atmosphere
Yeah.
could actually have practical implications for future lunar missions.
Scientists are exploring ways to potentially harness these vaporized materials for resources.
Wow. It's a reminder that even the most unexpected aspects of the moon
Right.
can hold valuable potential for future exploration and innovation. So what else has you particularly intrigued about the moon?
I'm just consistently amazed by how the moon, this celestial body, seemingly frozen in time,
Yeah.
continues to challenge our assumptions and reveal new layers of complexity.
Right.
With every mission,
Yeah.
every observation,
Uh-huh.
we peel back another layer of the onion,
Yeah.
revealing more secrets
Wow.
and prompting more questions.
Yeah, it really is humbling to realize how much is still unknown.
I know, right?
About the moon,
Yeah,
we've been observing it for centuries, and it continues to surprise us
absolutely.
with new discoveries and challenge our understanding.
For sure, it's a constant reminder that even in our cosmic backyard, there's still so much to explore and uncover.
Absolutely.
And with the Artemis program aiming to establish a sustainable human presence on the moon,
Right.
we're on the brink of a whole new era of lunar exploration.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities.
It is.
Like, imagine scientists conducting long-term research on the lunar surface.
Oh, no.
And perhaps even utilizing those cave networks we talked about
Yes.
as shelters and research facilities.
It would be amazing.
It's not just about scientific advancements, though.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Like, going back to the moon, establishing a permanent presence there,
Mhm.
it's a testament to humanity's ambition and drive to push the boundaries
Absolutely.
of what's possible.
What's possible, yeah.
And it inevitably raises some pretty profound philosophical questions.
It does.
Like, what is our place in this vast cosmos?
Yeah.
How do we ensure responsible and ethical exploration as we venture further into space?
Right.
How will living on the moon change our perspective on Earth?
These are questions that don't have easy answers.
Right.
But they're questions worth contemplating.
Absolutely.
And I believe the moon, this constant presence in our sky, will continue to inspire such reflections
Yeah.
for generations to come.
It serves as this constant reminder that there's always more to learn, always more to explore.
Absolutely.
And even though we've been gazing at it for millennia, the moon still holds this
Sense of wonder.
sense of wonder and mystery, yeah.
That's the beauty of it. It's both familiar and utterly foreign.
Uh-huh.
It's a tangible symbol of the vastness of space and the endless potential
Yeah.
for discovery.
So as we wrap up this lunar deep dive,
Okay.
let's revisit some of the key takeaways.
Right.
We started with the moon's basic characteristics. Its size, structure, its extreme temperatures.
Yeah.
We delved into its influence on Earth, from the rhythmic dance of the tides to the cultural significance of the lunar calendar, particularly in Islam, where it dictates important religious observances
Yeah.
like Ramadan and Eid.
Uh-huh.
We explored some of those
Whew.
groundbreaking discoveries like change site,
Yeah.
why,
Yes.
offering insights into the moon's formation,
Great.
potential cave networks opening up new possibilities for lunar habitation,
Absolutely.
and the confirmation of water, which is a game changer
Game changer.
for future
Big
missions.
time.
And we ended by reflecting on the future of lunar exploration and the philosophical questions that it sparks,
It's so fascinating.
contemplating our place in the cosmos and the endless frontiers that beckon us.
Yeah, it's been a truly captivating journey, filled with both scientific wonder
It has.
and profound insights.
Yeah.
And it underscores a crucial point, you know?
Okay.
The pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending journey.
It is.
Even something as seemingly familiar as the moon continues to reveal new secrets,
All right.
inviting us to question, explore, and expand our understanding of the universe we inhabit.
Absolutely. And to our listener, we leave you with this thought to ponder.
Okay.
Given the moon's profound influence on Earth and our understanding of the universe,
Uh-huh.
how might future lunar exploration reshape our perspective on our place in the cosmos? It's a question worth considering as we continue to gaze up at this ancient, enigmatic, and ever-inspiring celestial companion.
Beautifully said.